Hello and welcome to a Green Man video. I'm Matt. Now this week on Wednesday it was its Only Rock and Roll But We Like It music event in San Francisco in America. They announced some new iPods. These are the new iPods here. They got the iPod Touch, the iPod Classic is still here. I thought they might drop it because it's getting a bit old now and sales are probably going down because of the iPhone and the iPod Touch and the iPod Nano. So we've still got the iPod Nano and the really small tiny iPod Shuffle. So let's start off with the iPod Touch. This is the new iPod Touch. It doesn't really look much different to the old one. The inside has changed though. It's got more memory and some other features it's got is it's faster, 50% faster than the previous models. These are two things which I thought might happen: more memory and faster performance. So they also announced the iPhone operating system 3.1, and if you have got the 3.0 on the iPod Touch it doesn't cost anything to upgrade, but if you're on older versions it costs £2.99, that's $4.95. If you've got an iPhone it doesn't cost you anything at all, it's always free. And pricing for the iPod Touch, they've got an 8GB model, 32 and 64. The 8GB model is the old iPod Touch, so it's not faster. It's £149, which is alright, I think. It's okay. And the 32, which is fast performance, that is £229. And the 64GB, is £299, and that of course has 50% more performance. So it's faster. It can run applications faster like the iPhone 3GS. Now the iPod Nano. The last update they released loads of new colours, and these are the colours here. They've got two colours from now on which you have to get from Apple, either a retail store or their online shop. This yellow colour here and the product's red, where some money goes to charity for that one. The video camera is a new function on the iPod Nano. This is a possibility of what people were thinking, and they thought this might happen. So it looks nice, the camera there, and this green one especially looks nice. So a video camera, and yes, it is only a video camera. You can't take photos on this, simply a video camera. But I think this is a really good feature. It's not a new feature, but it's new to the iPod of course, but this is now not just an iPod. This is a camera, a portable one you can take anywhere you want, put in your pocket, and you can film in case there's something you really want to film, then that's really good. So the video camera, what's the quality like? Is it really bad? No, it's not. It's alright actually. It's not as good as the new iPhone 3GS's camera, but it's still pretty decent. So it's H.264 video camera, VGA. It's 640 by 480 pixels, and here it's got 15 real-time special effects. I went to my local Apple store in the summer, and I went on an iMac and went on Photo Booth and did some video testing because I am interested in getting Mac sometime. So I wanted to see what the built-in camera was like, and it was decent, and it had these special effects on there, X-ray, thermal, so it's even got special effects on the video camera. The voiceover kit, now what's this? They updated the iPod Shuffle in March and they got rid of the buttons on it, so they had to kind of think of a new idea, and that was it, voiceover. So when you go to your next track it tells you the song by voiceover, so it's now got voiceover in all these different languages. There's absolutely tons. The FM radio, now you might think, oh, it's just an FM radio, but it's not. It's got some unique features which are kind of like Sky Plus, pausing, rewinding. So you can pause it with a click, another click, and you're listening to your station again. You can even rewind as far back as 15 minutes, then fast forward up to the live broadcast. So that's quite nice. You no longer have to buy the special headphones with the tuner, the FM tuner, on the cable. Genius mixes. Now this is a feature which I don't totally understand, but it's quite nice to have on it, I suppose. Genius, if you don't know already, is where you choose a song and then it kind of searches through the internet on the Apple Store for other songs which are kind of like it and have a bit of a beat to it, and ones which you might like. So yeah, this is a feature which I don't really understand totally, but it improves and it finds you more music that you might like. Now the iPod Nano also has a larger screen. It's 2.2 inches. The old one had a 2-inch screen, so this is probably because it's now got a video camera, so you can see it better. It's also got a kind of polished casing, and it does look nicer. The aluminium always looks nice and shiny. Shiny is always good. So of course it's got a video camera, so it has to have a microphone and it has a speaker in it as well. It's also got a pedometer, and this is to work with in the Nike Plus feature, where you can get a little thing and put it on your shoes, and if you do running or just walking, it can tell you on your iPod how good your fitness is and how many hours you're working out and stuff like that. So it comes in all these great colours, 9 different colours. Like I said, the green one is the best. Has to be. So how much is this new iPod Nano with a video camera on going to cost you? Well, you can get an 8GB model for £115, or you can get the 16GB model for £135. I think this is really good value. I definitely recommend getting the 16GB model because it's only £20 more, and now that you've got a video camera built in, you need more memory because you're going to be recording video, and video takes up a lot of memory. So definitely, if you can ever get more memory, get it. The iPod Classic. I've got an iPod Classic, but it's actually the video. It's the original iPod, and they're really nice. They've got lots of memory, and they're really nice to have, really. The iPod Classic has been updated to a 160GB hard drive from 120. The price remains the same, I think. The iPod Classic before this came in 80GB and 160. This is before the 120, sorry. And then they dropped the 160 to 120 and dropped the 80. And they said this because people just weren't buying the bigger one because it was bigger in size as well as hard drive capacity. So 120GB is no longer here, it's 160. So the other features the iPod Classic have is the Genius feature, Genius playlists. You can browse through with cover flow. This is an older feature, and classic beauty. It just looks great with the aluminium enclosure. It looks really nice. So 160GB, what's that going to hold on your iPod? Well, it can play 36 hours of music, and that's holding 40,000 songs and 200 hours of video. So 160GB, it's going to cost you £189, and you can kind of think of this not just as an iPod, but also portable, an external hard drive which you can use to copy Word documents, photos, videos from one computer to the other. I used to edit my videos using software which only worked on Windows XP, and so I brought my videos from that computer downstairs to this one here on my iPod. Just plug it in USB, go to my computer, copy them and drop them into the iPod. It's that simple. So £189 for a 160GB iPod Classic. Now, the iPod Shuffle. This is a picture I showed you in one of my recent videos talking about this new Apple event. It's only rock and roll, but we like it. And this is a picture I found on the internet of what could happen to the iPod Shuffle, and they could add more colours to it. So we've got quite a few different colours here: greens, yellow, red. this is what the new range of iPod Shuffle look like. So we've got the original grey and the silver here, and the new colours are blue, green, pink, and this polished silver one, this special. You can only get this one from the Apple Store, but they do look nice as well. They haven't got screens, you know, the controls are on the headset, the headphones you get with it, and this has got the voiceover feature like the new iPod Nano. So like I said, pink, green, blue in colours in addition to the original black and silver. A new polished stainless steel special edition model, available only directly from Apple, either their retail stores or their online shop. So, prices here. How much is it? Well, you can get a 2GB model for £45, or a 4GB model for £59. And if you want that special silver polished one, only from Apple, it's going to cost you £75, and that's in 4GB. Would I recommend you getting the polished one? If you really want it, yeah, go ahead, because I'm sure it'll look really nice. But if you're not bothered, you know, I understand. You know, £75 is quite a lot for an iPod Shuffle, really. So when they originally announced the new iPod Shuffle in March, they did have a bit of a problem with third-party people making headphones with the iPod Shuffle, because of course there's no buttons on the iPod Shuffle, so they've got to make them on the headphones. Therefore they'd have to kind of change the software on the iPod Shuffle so that those controls would work. But now Apple have solved it, and you know, third-party companies can make headphones for the iPod Shuffle if you don't like Apple's original headphones. So there you go. That's the new range, the new family of iPods, and they do all look great. You know, every year when they announce new iPods, they just look better and better. And prices are good, really. They're reasonable prices for the iPods, and they are better standards than lots of other MP3 players, music players out there. So this is the new range of the iPod. The iPod is a wonderful device. Thank you for watching this video. See ya.